there later on this afternoon and this evening. We'll get an update from Aaron coming up here in about 20 minutes. Joining us now from PEC Playhouse is Sierra Goddard. Sierra.
Yeah.
And also Jeremy Ramsey. They are part of, well, they are Dear Ken Ludwig's Dear Jack and Dear Louise, which opens tomorrow night for the next 2 weekends at PEC Playhouse. Good morning. Thanks for coming on.
Good morning. Thanks for
Two
having
man
us.
show. You can't beat it.
Yeah, a lot of lines to learn, but yeah.
So this is a story set in World War II, correct?
Yes.
Give us a little synopsis of, this is a pen pal type issue here?
Yeah, so it's actually based off of Ken Ludwig's parents in real life and how they met, as Louise, a Broadway showgirl, starts a pen pal relationship with Jack Ludwig, who is a captain in the Army, and they start up this relationship writing letters to each other.
Because their parents knew each
Yeah.
other?
The fathers were friends and introduced the two of them to each other.
So you guys, your characters knew each other before Jack
Knew
went up?
of each other.
Yeah,
They never met each other
family.
So
before they
that's the
started
connection.
writing.
They said, just start writing to one another.
Basically, yeah.
Just kind of nudging you to the
Okay.
right
Yeah,
person.
You can, you can meet somebody. Yeah.
All
I
right.
love
So
that.
it's the drama of the play is that they write letters back and forth, hoping to meet each other through the whole play. But then there's always something that comes up.
Well,
either
you're
with
in a
the
war, for one
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
and
is
it's
very true.
been great for me because my maternal grandfather was actually a medic in World War II. So
Wow.
I get to play this part of being a medic in World War II.
Nice.
And actually took pictures. The Memorial Hall in Rockford gave us a lot of World War II style uniforms, so we are very grateful to them for their generosity. But I actually put one of the costumes on last night because we're running through things, and I have pictures of my grandfather in his uniform. And it was eerie. I looked at myself, I looked at pictures of my
I
grandpa,
am
and
becoming
Wow.
my grandpa.
and it was
Such a cool
how much I looked
connection,
like
though.
him.
What's
Yeah.
it been like, kind of exploring that side of your family and having this be very like in your face and experiencing it?
So I was in the Army for a couple years myself. I was a judge advocate in the Army. And so you get kind of the, oh, I'm back in the Army again, but thankfully it's just on the stage. But it's just, my grandfather would tell stories, but he would only say so much because it was very traumatic for him. So yeah, kind of get that feel of what it must have been like for him to be in this situation. But obviously he didn't have quite the, he actually met my grandmother in World War II, so there was a romance there, but not quite to this, to the pen pal letter.
I suppose we'll need to come to see if this romance comes to fruition, because right now it's all writing notes back and forth there. But this is, of course, this weekend and Memorial Day weekend. Significance of that for either one of you two?
Yeah, well, my parents are also both Air Force veterans as well, so I've got a lot of military experience in my family, and so I'm kind of, in a way, it kind of honors them as well, anybody with any military experience in their background.
I'm sorry. My grandfather was, again, in World War II. I grew up with 4 brothers. Of the 5 of us, 4 of us served in the military, Army, Navy. And then we are trying to honor the local veterans, so we're offering discount prices on our tickets for veterans who would come to the area. I'll also want to put out the point that at the PEC Playhouse, we are doing a rebuilding campaign. So people probably know that the roof caved in at our
You're getting close.
Yeah, we are. We're very,
70,
very well.
80% to where you're just trying to finish it
very
off
thankful for the community for
Yes.
really coming together and helping us rebuild.
It's amazing how quickly people are happy to support and go out and be there. So they want to come see the show. What day should they go? I'm just kidding. There's not a best day.
Every
but-
day. Just come every day, yeah.
There's 6
Buy all the
choices
tickets,
here, starting tomorrow night, Friday and Saturday, the next 2 weekends, 7:30 performances. And you are at First Congregational Church. Now that's kind of been the main temporary home for PEC Playhouse
The
recently.
new building for now.
633 North Reed Street in Pecatonica. And then Sunday matinees the next 2 Sundays at 2 o'clock. Tickets are $18 at pecplayhouse.org. And you mentioned discounts for veterans,
Correct.
both active and retired.
Retired, correct, yeah.
Yeah, they get their tickets half price.
Okay.
So great that you guys
Now,
can do
it's a
that.
two-person play. You guys are it. Are you guys tired of each other by now, or?
Just a little bit. No.
I mean, that's got to be.
Well,
be tough,
we're
yeah.
kind of in our own worlds because, I'm on the East Coast and he's on the West Coast, so we actually don't really interact with each other. But
Right.
it's a brilliantly written play in that you can have these letters written and still have a thought-provoking and interesting show to come and watch.
And perfectly cast with your guys' experience and backgrounds. I mean,
Yeah.
what more could you ask for from actors to draw on their real life experiences?
Right. Where it's interesting because we're literally about this far apart from each other on the stage, but I can't look in her direction. She can't look
Oh,
in
so
mine.
you're
Never
like-
look at each other.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
there's
really
nothing
interesting.
separating us. I mean, obviously, my peripheral, I can see her, but I cannot acknowledge her because I'm all the way in one area,
Yeah.
either
Different
on the
sides
West
of the
Coast or in
world.
Europe.
World War II, and in Europe,
Exactly.
and you're in out east.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it should be interesting to see whether dear Jack, dear Louise get to meet each other. I would assume that would be somewhat of the conclusion
Eventually.
of Ken Ludwig's.
We don't want to spoil
Dear
it.
Jack, Dear Louise. It is going on stage tomorrow night at PEC Playhouse, First Congregational Church in Pecatonica on Reed Street, with 6 performances. Friday, Saturday, the next 2 weekends at 7:30, and then Sunday matinees at 2 the next 2 weekends. PECPlayhouse.org for ticket information. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, Sierra.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
We'll be right back.